Hello, everyone. Hello again. It's Amin with Living to Give. Today, we have a very, very special moment to share with you. We are joined by Victor Chatin and EK. So, a little bit of background about Victor. As you will tell by his awesome accent, he is French and he has a background in biochemistry and human anatomy. He somehow has stumbled into playing rugby for 15 years, and he is also an avid vinyl record fanatic, let's say. So can't wait to learn about that. And we have a very, very special guest today, Turkish-born EK. And EK has always kept a very positive attitude in his life, and alongside Victor and his beautiful family. So actually, Victor is married to EK's sister, Nazli. So EK is obviously Victor's brother-in-law. They have embarked on this crazy journey to run a marathon. So we're actually all going to come together. We have 10 nationalities in our group. EK has inspired us all to rally and come together. And we're going to learn more about how they embarked on this crazy journey. So with that, Victor and EK, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you guys feeling?
Thanks for having us. I mean, it's a pleasure to be here.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So why don't we start off with, first of all, who is Rick and Dick Hoyt? It seems like these are the gentlemen that have inspired you to go on this crazy journey.
Do you want me to take this one?
Sure. Yes, Victor, please.
So, EK and I love to spend a lot of time together, and we are always looking for fun ways to, have that quality time and do stuff. And with, EK Cerebral Palsy, the range of activity that you can do are pretty limited, but it did not stop us to looking around and doing some research about, what are the events you can participate in and what are the things that you can do as a para athlete or just as someone with cerebral palsy. And I think for anybody that looks up cerebral palsy and activities, the first thing you're going to find is actually the story of Rick and Dick Hoyt, who are a father and son that ran more than 1,000 races together. So Rick had cerebral palsy and his dad struggled for a long time figuring out how he could connect with his son. And by basically designing a handicap adapted wheelchair, Dick Hoyt was able to work with his son to attend races. And since the moment that they started, they built up to 1,000 races. And that includes 5Ks, 10Ks, marathons. I think they did the Boston Marathon like a dozen times. And also triathlons. So these guys just went, 0 to 100 over a course of years, actually. And I think we thought that was super inspiring. And we figured out, hey, how can we do the same thing? And it all started by getting EK a nice new chair to be able to run with us.
And it was Victor's idea.
It was a team effort, yeah.
Wow, very cool. So EK, how do you feel? You are 1 month away from running the marathon.
I feel excited, motivated, and inspired.
Excited, motivated, and inspired. That's amazing. So what are you most excited about the marathon?
And that I'm doing this, and it's my first time doing it. I never done it before.
Who do you think it will inspire, EK?
People like me who have my condition.
And so you're trying to inspire people with cerebral palsy to do the same thing and go out there?
Yeah.
How would that make you feel?
Very proud.
Absolutely. I'm very excited. I know, Victor, you've been training quite a lot for this.
Yeah, I guess that's where the rugby side of thing comes in. We're always out there doing something, and the race. I did not know that I could run a marathon until last year, and until we embarked in this journey. So EK inspired me to go beyond what I thought I could do. I really thought I couldn't run a marathon, but if you put your mind to it and you have some inspiration somewhere, you can achieve great things. So last year we ran the marathon. that was grueling. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So this year we'll do it again, but this time together.
Yep.
It's going to make things even easier because you run with a purpose. You're not running only for yourself, and bringing people together, having a team. It's amazing to see our friends, our families, and even strangers are rallying behind this project. So I think we're both very proud and happy to get on with it. It's been a while now.
Absolutely. So segueing right into what you just said, and apologies for the music clip that just played. This is kind of the background music to this video. So here we have EK and Nazli. So obviously EK's sister and Victor's wife. And so we have, a lot of different nationalities. I'm originally from Tunisia and obviously proud to be American. We have, some Brits, some Canadians, we've got some Frenchies. It's absolutely amazing. And this is your father here. So he actually came to watch you run your marathon, your first marathon.
It's
So
international.
Very international, and yeah, we
yes.
have the family behind this. My father, some of our rugby mates, some of our friends, longtime friends from Washington, D.C.
Yes.
Joe right here is an Irish guy that plays rugby with us, and Dima, a longtime friend who's from Palestine. So
Yes.
yeah, we're repping a lot of countries here.
Absolutely. And we got your awesome brother, Greg, who's one of my best friends. I love him. So shout out to Greg. So let's go ahead and play this video and show the people what this is all about. Very cool. So tell us about this video. You've managed to put together a marathon adapted wheelchair. So how did you do this? Was it free? Talk to us about the process.
So that 1 minute video is really the culmination of months of work, if
Wow.
not at least a year of work, because we had to fundraise to pay for the chair. It's not cheap, but it's accessible. Anybody can buy a chair like this, and anybody can fund it through friends and family. So that's what we did, open a GoFundMe, and then we went to work asking our parents, our cousins, our grandmas, our friends to really get behind the project. We explained what we were trying to do, and I think to date we got more than 130 donors, which was amazing. Ike did not hesitate to even ask the waiters when you go to a restaurant. We asked everybody to get behind this. So we both fundraised, and
We tried.
we tried, exactly. We tried our best, but we were successful in getting the funds. We then ordered the chair, which was custom built for us. So we got to pick the color. So we got the Turkish red to represent Turkey.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other attachments that you can get on the chair. So that was the unpacking video because we were very happy to get it.
I love the creativity. I mean, to me, it sounds like you're very, very committed. So, EK, I want to know from you, how do you keep such a strong and positive mindset?
Well, I always look forward and be positive because nothing breaks me down. And I believe in God and luck.
Yes. And how does it feel to have your brother-in-law running, testing his body out for a marathon? I actually saw him shortly after he ran. He was pretty spent.
I'm very proud of him
Yeah.
and deeply honored.
Oh, so am I.
Absolutely. And you have a big family. You know, you're right now in Orlando with all of your family. How does it feel to have the support of your family? What does that mean to you, EK?
Very happy and very proud and very exciting.
So how are you going to celebrate? I hear you like to drink some beer. So fun question. What's your favorite beer? And how are you going to celebrate finishing the marathon?
By laughing and enjoying my day.
And we'll probably take a whole bunch of pictures and maybe pop some champagne at the end or
Yeah.
something.
Love
Why?
it.
Why not? There you go.
Love it. So, Victor, just want to focus on a couple things that are important to you, things that are very near and dear to your heart. So, number one is rugby, and number two is vinyl records and record players. So, talk for a minute, if you will, about the importance of sports and movement, and as well as music for mental health. We just went through the toughest period probably in mankind, as far as with maybe not mankind. I mean, there's dinosaurs and stuff back then, but certainly COVID was tough mentally. So talk about the importance of moving and music, kind of for mental, spiritual health, if you will.
Well, there's a saying that says a healthy mind and a healthy body is key to happiness. And I think working from home for the last two years, I work for a digital health company that's fully remote. To me, it's either you work out or you go out there for a run. Even though I did not used to like running, it's that feeling of being a lion in a cage, enclosed in the apartment. You got to go out there and just blow off some steam. So there's a lot of ways of people do that. Personally, rugby is a great way to, blow off some steam. Music is another. You can't always be, doing sports. Obviously, my wife would be very mad if I did more than I do today. But now, music is a great way to be at home, relax, think about something else. So it's kind of a hobby that has helped me, escape the routine in a way.
Yeah, love it. No, I think it cannot be stressed the importance of just movement. I mean, that's certainly, if I can impart any wisdom, that's certainly kind of one of the secrets, I think, is, you always are able to reduce anxiety and just feel fulfilled, just feel much better. And, as EK is doing, just inspiring others by basically moving, right? So I think this is absolutely beautiful. Let's talk about giving for a second, right? This is the channel is called Living to Give, and what I think is that you guys are giving a lot of hope, inspiration to others, maybe that are less fortunate in life. So, what inspires you, Victor, and then EK to give?
First, you.
Okay. I don't think it's something I did consciously. Ike is my brother-in-law, and always wanted to connect with him, and I felt helpless, not being able to do more stuff with Ike. So it really came from a genuine need to find something else for us to do and just offer Ike experiences that he hasn't had. See, that's the thing. You're giving or I'm giving because I've realized how fortunate I am to be able to do all that, to play rugby, to, just go on a walk, go on a run whenever I want. That's not a luxury that Ike has. And I think to me, it was a natural step to kind of pick our brains and figure out what's next for us. There's so many beers we can drink, so that was a nice and healthy activity that we could do together.
Yeah, there's only so many beers you can drink, but let's log the miles. And what about you, EK? What inspires you to give?
People that are fortunate and make a difference to people that I can, and that I'm able to make a difference if I can.
And why is that important to you to inspire other people in your condition?
Because that gives hope.
That gives hope to people.
Yeah. And what are you grateful for, EK? What are some things that you appreciate about life?
That I'm healthy and alive.
And that you're able to do these things.
Yes. And that I have Victor and my sister alongside with my with me in my journey. That is a plus.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful that you're surrounded by family that believes in you and you believe in them. So it's amazing, the love that is going around.
I agree.
Absolutely. So let's talk about, you guys raised over $10,000 for cerebral palsy. So that's obviously a massive figure. How did you guys manage to do such a thing, Victor?
It's our first fundraiser. So when we were talking about inspiration, it's also that brought us into doing things that we had never done, which is fundraising, making videos, writing up a project to make it to have people support it. Those are all things that I've never or that we've never really done. So again, that was really interesting to just take it from scratch. Hey, where do we start? Everybody goes GoFundMe. It's stupid, but it's an amazing, concept that allows many people to get behind a project, support your idea. And then it was about really just communicating what we were trying to do. I think Ike has an inspiring story. It's a very inspiring project. So, once you get the GoFundMe put together, it's just a matter of, putting the time to connect with people, share the information, create content so that, you're asking people for money. So you also want to give back to them. They support your project. You want to show them that you're really appreciative of what they're doing. So you want to keep them informed. Hence us doing these videos. We have a lot more coming as well. So
yes,
the big plan behind all the content we're creating is also to create a big video at the end so that we can send it to all the people that have invested in us, and so that we have a memory for life of this whole event and all these people coming together.
Absolutely. So obviously the marathon is going to be a huge accomplishment. I want to know from you, Victor, and then from you, EK, so far in your life, what has been your biggest accomplishment, Victor?
I think getting to a place where
coming up with this project, I think,
yeah,
is your biggest accomplishment.
Exactly. I think if I wasn't in a good place in my life, I wouldn't have had the bandwidth to, give back and build this project with EK. So,
also marrying with my sister.
And of course, marrying EK's sister was a big step.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding him.
No, it's all part of what built my happiness and me being able to give back from there. So it's only building from a positive momentum. Obviously from hard work. Everybody spends their thankless hours when they're alone and they're doing their own work. But that pays off, afterwards when you're able to do things like that for people.
What about you, EK? What has been your biggest, proudest moment so far in life?
Finishing high school and volunteer community college and getting a bachelor degree.
Got a bachelor degree and then volunteering as well?
For journalism and working in different jobs.
Wow.
Yeah, EK completed his high school diploma and then volunteered and had different positions. And now we'll have done and run and completed a marathon January 29th.
Wow. Wow. What a way to start 2023, huh?
He's starting the year
Yeah.
right for Ike.
So, Ike, what are some ways that you have given and some ways that you like to give back to people? Do you have any examples of, maybe one time that you gave back to someone and it made them smile or made them really happy?
No, but I want to give them if I can.
I can answer that one or pile up on that one because Ike has offered me a lot to talk about or a lot that I could wish for. First, the inspiration that Ike gives me every day is huge because, again, not because he's my brother-in-law, but I've never seen anybody could be, sad in having a handicap, but Ike is not. And his positiveness is something that he shares all around. Look at this smile, it's like it doesn't.
Infectious.
So that's a huge inspiration, and in itself, just being himself, he gives back to a lot of people.
I would agree. I think Ike, I know I feel very emotional because I'm thinking about a lot of people, unfortunately, in my life that they have a lot of excuses, but they have everything in their life, And I feel like, unfortunately, a lot of people take things for granted. You're someone that
You shouldn't take things for granted.
Exactly.
You should appreciate and be thankful.
Yeah, that's a powerful message. I was actually going to ask you, Ike, if you can share a message for other people, what would it be? You just mentioned be grateful, don't take things for granted. Anything else? Any other message that you would want to share?
Be, be, proud and be truthful and be, have a good positive view in life.
So adopt a positive view on life and just be proud of your accomplishments and carry that with you.
So, this is a question for both of you. Obviously, not to get ahead of ourselves here. We have a marathon here in a couple weeks. But are there other marathons that you would like to do? Maybe some other cities? Are you going to travel the whole world? Maybe outer space? What do you guys think about other marathons you'd like to do?
I should go first. Which one would be your top one?
I would do a marathon in Istanbul and in Paris.
Istanbul and Paris. That sounds good, right?
I'm there. I'm in.
Yeah.
And I would like to travel the world if I can.
Where do you want to go? What's your best place? If you snap a finger, you can go anywhere. Where do you want to go?
Berlin.
Yeah, why Berlin? Because they have a lot of beer, probably.
Knows you.
Because of the architecture.
How the architecture beer bottles, huh?
No, but I think that's a great question because, in the end, now we have the chair. We can meet anywhere and do this run, whether it's a marathon, a 10K or a 5K. We hope to make the most of it. And, I'm sure we'll have a blast with the team coming to Miami to run the marathon. Why not do this, maybe every year somewhere? So I think we won't stop there. We'll continue racing as long as we can.
Idea.
Yeah,
Doing the marathon
every year. That would be cool.
In different places.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Let's do it and put your mind to it.
Put your mind to it.
So, Ike, what is it like to run with Victor, your brother-in-law, and your sister, Nazli?
I'm very proud and happy.
Yeah, how does it feel to have a team beyond Naz and I? That's exciting, right?
Yeah, I feel that I'm the leader and that I have to lead the team to be successful.
And you did. If it wasn't for Ike, we wouldn't have a team. So, you are a team leader.
That's Sagittarius.
There you go.
So, Ike, if you could be remembered for one thing, what would it be? If you can remember it for just one thing, how do you want people to remember you?
Never give up.
Never give up.
Well, let's talk about, you know, maybe Victor, we could start with you. You know, obviously you're extremely successful. EK is as well, so many accomplishments, but let's talk about failure a little bit. Victor, have you had a failure or a parent failure that has set you up for later success in life? Like, what's your favorite failure, if we can call it that?
I feel like that's a loaded question, but to be frank, I was for so long I was on my way to medical school, but some along the way I started doing research, working in telemedicine, so getting more towards the business side, and then made a decision to switch to business, healthcare business, healthcare tech business.
Mm.
To me, the failure was not making it to med school. But the same way, everything that I learned in pre-med or in my preclinical track, I was able to transfer to business successfully, because transferring your skills and just going outside of your comfort zone really allowed me to be ambitious, to be aggressive in the way that I really wanted to hit the bag and do well and prove that, you know, it's not because I did not make it all the way to med school that I couldn't be successful elsewhere. So, you know, I think that's the frankest answer I can give you. And then I started working for what is today a very successful startup. And I think being comfortable, being uncomfortable in a world of business that I did not study, you know, in biochem or in human anatomy, really allowed me to, again, commit to learning more, constantly learning and constantly, you know, improving myself in that field, which, you know, got me to where I am today. And
I
I'm
think
very
that
professionally. So if it wasn't for my failure on the medical track, I probably would not have been as happy as I am today.
so. For anybody listening, you know, failure doesn't need to be the end all be all. I feel like sometimes, you know, we get hard on ourselves and we beat ourselves up on these apparent failures, but maybe it's one door closes, another door opens up. So if you were not able to get in school, if maybe you get injured, you get hurt, you know, that's fine. That's a blessing in disguise, you know. EK, what about you? Any kind of maybe you know, setback personally, professionally that you've been able to overcome, obviously?
I have millions.
Millions.
It's hard to stand.
Hmm.
But one example is when I was taking math prep one class, math is difficult because you have to write on the paper what you learn. And what I did, I started by failing and I ended the course with an A.
Wow.
And it was difficult for him to write math. But how did you do it? Did you type it in the end on the computer?
No, I I had a caregiver teacher
Okay.
who taught me after class
And helped you out.
and helped me out.
So you fought with just more time and you invested more time, essentially. You just found a workaround and just applied yourself. You were committed. You weren't going to give up.
Yes,
And EK is very resourceful. You know, those are problems that he can work with people on solving. Just like your independence was very important to you, being independent and having his own place. And he worked with his parents, with his family, and just himself, making a plan for himself of, hey, in the next 5 years, I'm going to try to get my own place, which he successfully did this year, this summer. So Ike has his own place. He has a very nice apartment, and he's able to be a lot more independent than he was before.
I love it. I love it. So EK, what is your, you know, obviously you have a marathon you're about to complete, but what is your big goal? What are you looking forward to for next year?
and my big goal, first of all, is to be healthy and to have my goals achieved. by selling my power to wheelchair.
Oh my God, you're gonna bring this up here? So see, but great example of how EK gets things done. We worked together on acquiring the chair, and it was a team effort. EK had, for example, EK has a list of projects that he's gonna work with you on, and we're just gonna tackle them one by one. One of which was setting
power to wheelchair.
One of them was setting, for example, his old handicap van. Instead of keeping it, rotting in the driveway, EK wanted to sell it so it could be used by someone else who could benefit from it, because he got a new one. So, we talked about this and we figured, hey, let's just sell the car, figure out how we sell the car. I've never sold a car. So again, it's a project that EK brought my way, and we worked together and figured it out. So not very complicated. Facebook Marketplace. We sold the van. So props to EK, because now it's being used by someone else.
Wow.
The next mission we have
is to sell the power to wheelchair.
So in the same way, EK has a very nice electric wheelchair that's the latest of its kind, but he also has old ones that can be refurbished and used for someone else. So that's our next project, is figuring out, hey, how do we refurbish those and make them available to someone who's in need or might have cerebral palsy and need it. So that's the type of guy EK is. He's going to think about these things, and then he's going to figure out how to get it done.
That's absolutely inspirational.
I'm a businessman person.
Business guy, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I can tell you're Turkish, huh?
Is the Turkish business guy?
No.
Yeah.
Business mind. And another thing is surviving no matter what. Because I believe that if you have the money, you can survive anywhere in the world.
Yep. So, Ike, who is the most influential and impactful person in your life?
My mom.
Why?
Because she had projects and she wanted me to accomplish those projects. She built me to the person who I am. I never give up. I'm a survivor.
So Ike's mom, because she gave up a lot of opportunities to, support Ike in every way, and he can't be more grateful than that.
Yeah.
Where is she? Where is your mom?
She's somewhere around there.
Okay. Well, shout out to all of the mothers out there. We had an interview recently with a gentleman named Felipe, and I asked him the same thing, and he said his mom. So big shout out to all the moms. Obviously, your mom as well, Victor Valerie, is absolutely amazing. She's a tough character, but a beautiful soul as well.
And I think I'll second EK's comment. Shout out to Eda. There's a saying called Turkish strong. They say you're Turkish strong. I think Eda is the definition of it. Mentally, physically, she's. It's difficult to describe the work she does.
The EK doesn't fall far from the tree.
Exactly, EK is exactly the same.
I'm an example for her. I was built by her mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're almost done here. You just mentioned the word mindset. I think that is probably your biggest strength. What do you think is your biggest strength, EK?
Positiveness and finding a way how to survive is the biggest goal. And to make a difference to Victor and to my family.
Yeah, I mean, to me, you are probably one of the most committed people, strongest here and here that I know. And I cannot wait to meet you, to shake your hand, and to run by your side, and to run many more races with you. So wherever you go, I'm there with you guys. So I'm on board. I hope that for anybody listening, they will reach out to us and see where we're going to next. I think it's too late to register probably for the Miami race, right, Victor? But we'll let them know where we're going next.
Yeah, exactly. Let's keep the conversation open. I think you can get on a wait list, but whatever happens, anybody can show up the race day and just run a couple miles with us. Like come for a mile or two, or we'll stop. It's really made to be a family event. Have people we love around us, and have a very successful day, rich in emotions, and in everything else.
Let's have fun. So tell people, where is the marathon and when is it? So if anybody wants to join last minute.
The marathon is in Miami, and it's January 29th.
January 29th in Miami. We start in Brickell, go all the way to South Beach, come back, and in Brickell. So anybody that wants to show up there, don't hesitate to reach out to us. I'm sure, you'll be able to point them on our direction.
Yeah, I'm dragging him with me on the flight here from DC. Absolutely. Any final words, Ike, to inspire someone watching this interview, encouraging him or her? Maybe they don't feel as confident as you. Maybe they don't have the support system you have. What would you say to someone that is struggling, that has doubts, that is hurt, and wants to be uplifted?
Never give up. Always have hope.
Never give up. Always have hope. Absolutely. Well, thank you for your powerful message. Victor, is there anything that I haven't asked you that maybe I should have asked you?
How much are we going to run the marathon in?
Oh.
What is our time?
Hey, as long as we finish, I'm happy.
No, not on the top of my head.
No worries. Well, guys, I want to thank you so much for your time. This has been absolutely inspirational.
Well, thanks so much, for having us. It was a pleasure.
DK, thank you, sir. Really, really appreciate it. All right, guys. So thank you again. We will see you January 29th at the marathon. We'll be taking some, Instagram live.
Exactly. We'll make a very nice video.
Yes, exactly. Ike, you're gonna have to watch out for your DMs. There's gonna be lots of women, trying to get in. Oh my God. All right, guys. Big love. Thank you so much for your time, and thanks for being really true inspirational givers.
Thanks, thanks to you.
Ciao, ciao.